This is meteorologist Mark Molnar. As always, I want to thank you for joining me for this edition of Weather Northeastern. We're going to get into some happy weather here. I like to call it happy weather because we're going to see a big pattern change from all the cold and the snow we've seen across the Northeast that many of you are really sick and tired of seeing for the last week here, where things really broke down and we've been seeing accumulating snow, wind, and even lake effect snow and snow on the backside of the weather systems. We're going to kick right into springtime pretty quickly here, starting Friday and into the weekend. We're going to have severe weather outbreaks across the southern states. I'm going to get into that momentarily here. And then we're going to get right into the big, huge advertised warming trend for next week. This is going to be one of the biggest warming trends we've seen, with temperatures 10 to as much as 25 degrees above normal, especially across parts of the east and the northeast. So let's get right into it. Always don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button so you're alerted when I come out with these videos. Let's get right into it. Wow, look at this. What a difference a week makes. I told you this would be a celebration. Look at this. This is next week. This is particularly from, say, about the time of Tuesday the 27th all the way through about next Friday. Now, after that, things get a little bit more muddled and murky, but I can assure you that at least through most of next week, we are going to see temperatures really soaring here ahead of a very building ridge of high pressure that's going to be building in. This is going to keep the weather really nice. And not only we're going to see a big turnaround from all that snow and wind that you've seen across the Northeast as of late, we're going to see a big turnaround in the temperatures, departure from average. Look at that. We're going to be seeing temperatures as high as 3 to 5 degrees above normal across much of the country, into the 5 to 8 degrees, places like Chicago, Illinois, down to St. Louis, New Orleans, in the panhandle of Florida. But look at this. This is the big story. 8 to 12 degrees above average from the southern Appalachians all the way up through northern New York and into southern Quebec and Ontario. And the really big key here is how much of a big turnaround we see. Will be overshooting temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, well into the 80s across upstate New York and Pennsylvania. This is literally 18 to as much as 24 degrees above your average for this time of year. So we'll be kicking into some temperatures that are more closer and reminiscent to summertime, even shattering some records here across the Northeast. So look at that. That's really something to celebrate here, especially after all the garbage that you've been through during the last several days. So let's get right into the rest of the outlook here. Showing you the brief clip here from thanks to Tropical Tidbits. We're looking at the GFS. This is just the one model basis for next Wednesday in the afternoon. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about here next week. Temperatures on average of 12 to as much as 25 degrees above normal, particularly in New York State, Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, Virginia, West Virginia. Look at that. The big, huge bullseye of warmth here. This is going to be a much welcome after all of this snow and cold that we saw here across the Northeast with the cold shot that occurred. Look at that. Pretty much anywhere east of the Mississippi River, we're dealing with above average temperatures. Enjoy. With the warmer weather and the change in pattern becomes the severe weather outbreaks. And this is going to be the beginnings of it. For your Friday, particularly Friday afternoon into Friday evening, we'll see a pretty good chance of some severe thunderstorms, particularly in eastern Texas, Louisiana, parts of southern Arkansas, and into Mississippi. And of course, that's an enhanced risk that I believe is going to be a big problem with damaging wind, large hail. Not going to see a major tornado outbreak, but we could see some isolated tornadoes as well. So watch out for that. Large hail, damaging wind is going to be the main threat, though, damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. So organized lines of thunderstorms will be developing for your Friday. And then as we take a look for your Saturday, taking a look at Saturday, we are looking at a threat of severe weather shifting to the east, places like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, southern Mississippi, and then getting into New Orleans on eastward to the Carolinas and in the panhandle of Florida. That's where we'll be looking at these moderate or marginal to slight risk, and we have that enhanced risk across much of Georgia there, spreading into South Carolina as well. So we're going to watch for damaging wind, large hail threat continuing. Isolated tornadoes are a possibility as well. We get with some of the parameters getting pretty promising as this system moves across the southeast, especially for a damaging wind, large hail event, large-scale lines of thunderstorms that develop. Taking a look quickly at the NO index, really losing its grip this time of year, especially now that we're going into the warmer season. But I just want to make note, we are getting out of that big negative trough in the NO index, one of the biggest troughs we've seen in over 6 or 8 months here. And we're going to start to push it towards the neutral phase, so that should get us out of the problem pattern that we were in with the snow and the wind across the Northeast. Taking a look at precipitation amounts across the country. Look at this, and into Canada as well. Look at this. West Coast, the ridge is really breaking down at this point in the next 5 to 7 days here. And then across the southeast, look at that. Lots of precipitation. That is the thunderstorm outbreaks we'll be seeing over the Friday, Saturday time frame. And up in the northeast, that is for your Sunday. Yes, we can't get through the entire weekend without a rainy day now, can we? And here we go. Weather pattern. Look at that. Big ridge of high pressure from April 26th to April 30th next week. Look at that. Those warmer temperatures really kicking in here across the area, especially from east of the Mississippi River here up into the northeast, spreading throughout the average of the week, really getting way up there as far as temperatures, anywhere from like 15 to 25 degrees above your average here. West will be cooling down with storminess, more precipitation, mountain snow, valley, floor, rain. So there you have it. This is the pattern we're going to be looking at, the new pattern. NAO index staying negative and going towards the neutral phase up there, but we'll keep the troughiness and the blocking pattern continuing while we have the ridge building in the east. And Eric Renschler from Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. Look at the springtime blooming trees, and look at that. Very nice across the region. And also, in addition to these blooming trees, it really is looking like spring across the area. He had some snapshots of some turtles as well, signifying that Mother Nature is really bringing out the best in spring in Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. And not much I can say further north of you into the upper Susquehanna River Valley from Scranton on northward, where we've had quite a bit of snow over the last, say, 24, 36, 48 hours. So nice captures there, Derek. And your Friday, TGIF. Time to party, huh? Time for that drink after work. Yeah, you do have to get through the day, though. It will be a cold start, but look at that. Sunny skies, brilliant sunshine across the region. Look at that, heading up towards 61 Binghamton after some snow the last couple days, 62 in Scranton. Look at that, double sixes in New York City. If you can get to New York City this time of year, it is a beautiful time of year to visit the Big Apple. Highly recommend it. Harrisburg, 66, also sunny skies. And look at that, even across the North Country, 60 and 58 in Burlington. Really not a cloud in the sky to be had. Get out there and enjoy it, and after work, get that drink and enjoy it in the sunshine. Saturday. It's still nice. Most areas. That's the key. The party continues. So that party you've been having Friday evening, it'll spill over into Saturday. Areas mainly from Buffalo, State College, Harrisburg on eastward. Get that sunshine. Erie and Pittsburgh, things will be going downhill later in the day. Particularly after 4 p.m., we'll see some showers and even some embedded thunderstorms move in. Nothing severe, which is good, but nevertheless, we will have some scattered showers later in the day. But if you have afternoon plans in these areas, you might want to postpone them. But anywhere east of that green line there, you will be picture perfect. Almost not a cloud in the sky until after 5 or 6 in the evening. So get out there and enjoy it, because guess what? You knew it was coming, didn't you? Next frame, please. There it is. Sunday. You know we couldn't get through an entire weekend without a big rainstorm, right? Without a coastal storm. Yes, this is a coastal storm. It will be positioned just southeast of New York City come about the time noon hour on Sunday. It will be spreading a lot of heavy rain and rain to the north and to the west here of the center of circulation. We will have a lot of dry slotting just west in Harrisburg State College area. We will have that cold front moving in from the west, so that'll start to help scour it out towards 3 and 4 p.m. But nevertheless, we will hold the temperatures down into the 50s, places like Binghamton, Syracuse, Albany, Burlington, Boston, New York City getting above 60, but it will feel a little bit cooler with all of that rain in the area and the wind coming off the ocean, keeping it very damp. And there you have it. Yes, it's your Sunday. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Yes, that will be true. Sunday morning. And there it is, Monday. Yeah, you might have a case of the Mondays, but here's the thing. You just got done with a rainy Sunday, so you're ready for some sunshine. So yeah, you got to go back to work. Some of you might not have to go back to work. Some of you are probably smart and took a 3-day weekend. That way you get some nice sunny skies, temperatures getting up towards the 60s. Finally, once again, as the rain and the coastal low moves to the northeast, and this sets the stage for a big, major warming trend. Let's take a look at the extended. Upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York, northeast Pennsylvania, all points from Binghamton to Scranton, and all points in between. Look at this. It's really symmetrical, isn't it? Look at that. You got two suns on the left. Then you got two suns on the right, and then right smack dab in the middle. Look at that. You got a big rainstorm. I don't know how else to describe it here. It's really artistic, isn't it? It's almost like it's a work of art. Nevertheless, look at that. It's like we saved all of our bad weather for one day, because look at that. Cloudless sky Friday, Saturday, brilliant sunshine Monday and Tuesday. Look at that. Temperatures when the sun is out. Look at that. 61 finally for Friday after all the snow that we've had. Cold start, 26. Saturday heading up towards the upper 60s near 70. Sunday we hold it down in the 50s, but it's a small price to pay, because look at this. Monday and Tuesday. Look at Tuesday. This is the big, huge warm-up. We'll be well into the 80s, mid-80s on Wednesday. Get out there and enjoy it, folks. Look at that. Beautiful. As always, I want to thank you for joining me for this edition of Weather Northeastern. Don't forget to give my Facebook page some love. It's MeteoMark, also Weather Northeastern, or Hurricane Northeastern. All three. Just go ahead and like all three. That'll do me a big favor. Also, support the channel, subscribe, hit that bell button so that you get alerted when I come out with one of these videos. And as always, it's MeteoMark.com and WeatherNortheastern.com. As always, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like that video as well.